I want to take a moment and show you a website called lighterpack.com. If you're making buggle bags, anything, any type of bag, you should be on lighterpack.com. You can set up different lists, you can set up all your gear, and you can see how much your weights are, you can see how much you paid, and it graphs everything out. So if you notice right at the top here, my backpack setup, it says is 13 pounds. I spent over 1,800 bucks. My sleep system, inside the pack lid, it breaks everything down. Now, if you notice, you can give it a name, you can give it a description, you can add a photo. Now, when you go to add a photo, the upload image doesn't really work great. Usually, I link to a website, is what I do. So, the link where it's at, if you're wearing it, when you click wear, it removes the weight from the graph. It doesn't count it. If you're eating it, so if it's freeze-dried food, so you put your freeze-dried food in, click on eating it, and it's not really going to add the weight because that weight goes up and down as you're backpacking. And then you can star it. So put your price in, put your weight in. Now your weight, you can use pounds, grams, kilograms, ounces, whichever one you want. Your quantity, and that's when it starts doing, it automatically counts and does the math. So as you can see here, the Exo Mountain Gear Pack, which I have coming in a week, it's actually in the mail right now. I'm so excited. I paid $6.99 and it weighs 5 pounds. That's just the pack. That's nothing on it yet. Okay. So then I want to add 2 aluminum water bottles on each side of the belt, which I picked up for 50 bucks. You can click the link and go to that place. And then, of course, 2 water bottle holders. You notice I have 2 here. 3.8 ounces for one. They're 29 bucks a piece. And I need 2. One for the left, one for the right. I love how this setup goes on this pack. I'm dying to see how this feels on my waist. If we come down, I carry a tourniquet on my strap. So on my right side strap, I will be carrying this tourniquet setup, which has scissors, flashlight, and magic marker. And it was a whole 24 bucks on Amazon. It weighs 9 ounces. On my other strap on the left side, okay, this is an accessories pouch. Okay, right now this is carrying a compass, a pad, some pens and pencils, a little tiny light, and this weight is not with the phone. The phone actually goes right inside that flap. But I have a smaller phone, keep that in mind. But this is awesome that is right there where I could touch it. The handgun I carry is a Springfield XD 9mm. Average priced out. The weight, I actually did weigh it, and that's what I came up with. The holster I'm picking up, which goes with this pack, is called a Wapiti, I don't know, holster, and it was $95. It's going to take about 3 weeks to come in. It's being made now. Now, at the same time, I carry a Silky Professional Gomboy, and average price is 10 ounces, which goes inside this Molly Pop Flare pouch. I got this off eBay, and they're all over eBay, and it holds that saw perfectly. So the gun goes on the right side, the knife goes on the right side, the saw goes on the left side, and I got something else going on the left side. I forget what it was, but that's not in there yet. This is my knife setup. The Kydex case I made. I carry 2 knives, a Barker River knife and an Etsy knife, and I averaged out the price, but it's 1.6 pounds. I did weigh it, and I made the case myself. So then I get down on, if you look at this, as you complete a section, so you'll give it a title here, right? And as you come down and complete that section, we'll notice my total backpack is weighing 13 pounds with all that stuff. And then there's the total cost of what all that cost with backpack together. So now I'll come down to my sleep system. This is my complete sleep system. It's all in here. And basically, it's as light as I can go. I own a Durston 2-man tent, X-Med 2 solid. This actually sleeps me and my dog quite comfortably. Runs just a titch over 2 pounds, and it was $329. This is a Thermarest pad, which is 42 bucks. It's 19 ounces. This rolls up and goes on the bottom of the pack. Then, being that the Dan Durston tent is a trekking pole tent, I could save 6.9 ounces, but I don't use trekking poles. So I went and picked these up from a different guy that actually are used with the actual Dan Durston tent. I run a top quilt. The top quilt is from a hammock system I used to have. I had it custom made. It's multicam. And I originally got it from War Bonnet. And it was around 300 bucks. It's 1.5 pounds. Now, I run different stakes only because they're longer and lighter, which gives me more, it's stronger when you get into a heavy-duty windstorm. These all have links where you can go and buy them. Some are affiliates, some ain't. My stakes are 6.9 ounces. They cost $31. I run a Nemo tensor pad is what I run. And you'll see the price there, and it weighs a pound and an ounce or something like that. I run a thin line foam pad, 1/8 inch Gossamer gear, and this I put underneath my tensor. And this goes inside my foam pad, which is up here, and I should move that actually. And you just grab this box and then start moving things. And you can move it up or put it where you want to make it easier. So this way, they should be together. See, what I do is I take the Thermarest pad and I take the Gossamer gear pad and I roll them up together. So the only reason I'm using the Gossamer gear pad, and again, this should go up. Put that one right there. So the Gossamer gear pad sits on top of the Thermarest pad. The two of them are rolled up together. They go on the bottom of my pack. Now, I use the Gossamer gear pad under the Nemo tensor. This prevents the pad from moving around, and it also gives some protection to the pad. So, I come down. What do we got here? This is inside the pack lid. All right. I run a First Need XLE Elite water filter, and it is an Elite. It's heavy, 1.5 pounds. Understand this is a purifier. It is not a water filter. This will filter viruses. This will filter just about anything. It's basically the gold of water. You compare this to a Sawyer filter, and I have a video where I pumped dye through both of them, and you'll see how this thing performs. But let's say I only carry a Sawyer, which most people do in the Appalachian Trail. You have to find nice, clear water. Something that's running. If you go to filter water, that has a fishy smell to it, and you do it with a Sawyer, you're literally going to smell it and taste it. The water's going to be fine to drink, but it's going to make you want to barf. If you use a purifier like the First Need, oh no, it tastes like tap water. Whatever you filter with this tastes like tap water. So this is why I carry it, and that's why I don't like the penalty of the 1.5 pounds. I carry a light in my lid, so it's quick access. I don't think they sell it anymore, but it cost me 40 bucks. It's 2 ounces. I do not carry paracord. I carry amp steel. Amp steel is really hard to cut, and it's really strong, and it doesn't stretch. I carry 50 feet of it. I may carry more. I may buy more. I'm not sure yet, but this stuff is gold to me. Everybody says carry paracord. Paracord stretches. When it gets wet, it gets heavy. This stuff is amazing. 50 feet's only 6 ounces. Now, when we get down to the bottom here, I'm carrying my crossbow with an Oracle X scope. It weighs 12 pounds. This price is the price of the crossbow and the scope together. The crossbow was like $1,200. The scope was like $1,000, so you're into $2,200 for the two items. And it's 12 pounds. So how do I carry this 12-pound heavy weight? Well, I used a Montana bow sling. It has 2 hooks on it, and this connects to the front of my straps where I'm carrying my pack. So literally, I hooked the hooks on the crossbow, and now I'm hands-free, and I'm walking what my pack on carrying that crossbow. If I need it, it's right there. If I see a deer, if I see something, I can grab it, lift it up, take the shot. I love this Montana bow sling. The one I got's black. I need to get one that's green, so it's all matching. That would be nice. But at any rate, if I mark this as... Okay, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to mark this as I'm wearing it, okay? Now, if I go up to the top, notice 22 pounds is what I'm running here. Just under 23 pounds is what I got so far. So let's go down and turn the wearing off, okay? And then I'll go straight up. And look at that, I'm 34 pounds. So when you wear something, the weight is not put into it. And you're even able to set, your settings. You can share the link if you want with somebody, whatever you want. Okay? And that's the nice thing about it. So if you got a bug-o bag or whatever you got, just don't throw stuff inside a bag and then pick up a scale and weigh it, or put it on yourself and weigh yourself on a scale and say, oh, look at that weight. You have no idea what's weighing what and what's costing you weight. When you itemize everything like this and you put the weights on, you can get really, really precise on what's going on. And you can look at, do I really need this or do I really need that? And that's the thing. Okay, like for example, I'm at 34 pounds right now with the crossbow. There is a 3-pound chair I take that I haven't added yet. So you can see how the weight goes up, is what you can see. But first what I do is I add things like, okay, I have to have this stuff no matter what. This is what I have to have. And then I think about, okay, what are some of the luxury items that I could have? Now, I will have a link to this setup because I'm still working on it. And a link, obviously, to lighterpack.com so you can check out both and compare. But this is what you should be using to set up your bug-out bags, your get-home bags, whatever you need. Because then you can start looking at, okay, if something weighs too much. Like if I didn't want this pack, for example, it weighs 5 pounds. If I wanted to go to a backpacker's pack that weighs 2 pounds, I could literally take 3 pounds off that right there. Your pack is one of the biggest things for taking off weight. So, but this is something that you need. It doesn't cost anything, and it doesn't have a whole bunch of ads. So at any rate, go check out lighterpack.com and check out the second link where you can see my setup and what I'm working on. And this will build as I go, as I try and figure out what I need. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.